This is the actual design. It has 3 different colors. The main one is going to be the royal blue. We're going to have the registration marks to align those colors. The size of the magnets are going to be 24 by 18. I gotta be honest with you guys, this is probably the part where I don't really like or enjoy as much because, yeah, it's a lot of work. We gotta cut the magnets manually. We do not use the vinyl cutter, by the way, which is one of the questions that we get a lot.
Maybe it's because we've been outsourcing a lot lately. We're spoiled.
Yeah, and talking about outsourcing, I will be working on a video, 5 or 6 different products that we outsource, and I will give you the information, where we got them from, and all that stuff. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And this is pretty much the process that we do to cut the magnets.
Hopefully he doesn't mess up.
We're not using anything fancy, just the box cutter. That's all you need. You can get it from the local store, or if you want to support our channel, you can just get them through the links in the description. And we're gonna repeat the same step. I'm glad I didn't mess up. Luis was right. He knows me pretty well. That's why he mentioned, or he said what he said earlier, because he knows me pretty well, huh?
Plus, we haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, we're getting lazy. We're gonna use the application rollers. I'm gonna use this roll of vinyl. I already measured it. We need about 36 inches, which is, here we have like 40 inches almost. That should be plenty. I'm not gonna use the new roll. I was thinking of using this one, but I'm gonna put it to the side. By the way, the vinyl we are using is the Oracle 651. Now I'm gonna bring it to the vinyl cutter. You already know how we align it. I'm just gonna place it here. This is one of the things that we love about this vinyl cutter. It is very easy. Like, no matter what size the project is, you won't have any problems if you're using this vinyl cutter. First I need to turn it on.
I knew it. I pointed out. I knew he was gonna forget that.
Hey, I'm getting old. I'm older than him. I have an excuse. I try to align it as best I could. I'm gonna see if I got it the first try. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get it right away.
Did that work?
Yeah. See, that should compensate for the fact that I forgot to plug it in. By the way, something I forgot to mention is he's not going to be applying the magnets on this vehicle. He's actually going to use a Chevy Astrovan, just to let you know. So 18 by 24 are just the perfect size for that type of vehicle. We use CorelDRAW to design the logo. Actually, the customer provided his own logo. We didn't have to create it. All we had to do is just vector it. But from CorelDRAW, we send it to Cutting Master 3. This is the software that comes with the vinyl cutter, totally free. And the vinyl cutter is the Graphtec CE6060. If you guys can see here, there's like a little line. I need to get rid of that. So I'm gonna go back to the software and I'm gonna go to View, Wireframe, and find it. Here it is. It's part of the design, but no problem. I can go to Shade Tool and then just delete it. And that should take care of that. Sometimes you cannot see like little details. That's why we try to use wireframe a lot. But now we can send it back to the Cutting Master 3 software. A question that we get a lot too is about Cutting Master 3. You cannot vector, I mean, as far as we know, you cannot vector any images. All you can do is just pretty much make different copies and play around with the settings, like the cutting force and all of that, even the width boxes. We have videos where we show you how to do that. And now the settings are offset 0, speed 31, acceleration 1, cut force 16. Now we're gonna send it. We haven't used the vinyl cutter in a little bit. Hopefully the settings are perfect, the way they're supposed to be. If not, we got plenty of vinyl, so that should not be any issues. By the way, guys, if you're liking this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Remember that we also have memberships available. If you would like to support us additionally, all you have to do is just go to the join button to see all the options available. Thank you for your support. I also want to show you the business cards that we created not too long ago. These are one of the most recent projects. Luis is the one that created this one here. He actually used a different tool. Is it Chat GPT?
Yes, I use AI. Actually, the customer sent me a similar logo that she liked, and she sent me her picture. All I did is told AI to make the same logo, but with her face.
I mean, all we had to do after the AI created the logo, all we had to do is just come up with like the letters and stuff. Like the AI didn't create the whole thing. Just to let you guys know, we had to invest some time like coming up with like the services and all that stuff. But you know, it's good to have extra.
I could make a video, but I'm kind of lazy. So I'll let you guys decide. Let me know in the comments. Should I make a video of how I did that design? Yeah. Let us know.
Make sure you put pressure on him. Make sure that you type it in. Yes, I do want to watch it.
They're gonna be like, we're not gonna fall for that trick. You just want comments.
Here we have the other colors that we're gonna use. Same material, the Oracle 651, and I'm gonna use or try to use this small sheet of vinyl, and that's what I was talking about. I could easily cut this one using this vinyl cutter without having to use a cutting mat. I think we have about probably like a little bit over 6 inches left from this sheet of vinyl, which is perfect. Now here comes the best part. It's time to start weeding out the vinyl. So let's go ahead and start doing that. We just finished weeding everything out. We have all the 3 different layers of vinyl. The next step will be to apply the transfer. I'm gonna let Luis handle it. In case something goes wrong, I can blame it on him and not on me.
We haven't used this in a while, that's why it's kind of hard. Before I let down this, I'm gonna make sure that it covers the whole design, and it does.
He got it. Just more practice, and that is the reason why Luis decided to apply the transfer using those application rollers. And this is probably not the friendliest of the transfers to do or to use the application rollers. I think the paper transfer is a lot friendlier for this process or to use this tool. Now it's time to apply the first layer of vinyl. The first thing we need to do is align the vinyl, and I'm going to measure from one side first. Looks good. And then we're gonna go ahead and use the little tapes, and I'm gonna place it about here and then one over here. And the first layer, we're gonna do a dry application. We're gonna use a couple tools, the cutting knife as well as the homemade solution, but you could also use Rapid Tack. Let's go ahead and start with that section.
Sometimes you gotta do this. Remember, it's not a high tack transfer.
I would say more like a medium tack. It's not really that strong or too weak. I think, in my opinion, it's just perfect. This one's a lot easier to remove, right? It comes off a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, you still want to be careful, just in case, but yeah, it's much easier.
Yeah, compared to the other, the
8075.
something. And the next layer, we're going to do a wet application. We're gonna remove the backing paper and then apply that homemade solution. Something I wanna mention here is about the designs. We never make anything without the approval of the customer. If you can notice in this design, like the social media icons, we made them all the same color. Try to keep the price affordable and not use too many colors. The customer got an idea of the design before we made it, like the actual product. So it's not just that we decide to do it like that. You know, we always send a mock-up to the customer until he approves it. Is when we go ahead and start making the product. Now Luis is gonna go ahead and apply the green color. He's gonna cover it with that homemade solution, and then we'll be done.
Perfect.
See? Perfect, yeah. You can see just a very, very small gap. You can barely notice it unless you get really close, but sometimes you cannot avoid that. Even if you get it, if you align the registration marks 100%, sometimes you may see that small gap. It shouldn't be a big deal.
See, even vinyl suffers significant shrinkage when it gets wet.
Yep. All right, now Luis is going to start removing that last piece of transfer, and it's only been like not even 2 minutes. I mean, you also have to consider the temperature. Right now it's like 70 something, right? Like 75 degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, outside. And look at that.
Beautiful job.
Now, the last step, I mean, we still got 2 steps to go. The one we're gonna do now is remove the registration marks. It's better to remove them as soon as possible. And then after that, we're going to round the corners. But yeah, just look at that. All right, guys, I guess this is it for today's episode. Unfortunately, Nacho is not here. He had to do some chores, but hopefully he's back next time we upload a video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys until the next one. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I don't know if Luis wants to say something.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the support.
Yep, see you until the next one.